Hi everyone, welcome to Moonbeam's Messages. This is a collective reading today that is for Sun, Moon and Risings. If it doesn't resonate with yourself, then please take what resonates with you and leave the rest for someone else. I hope you like your messages today. If you do, please like and subscribe to the channel and you'll get updates every time that I put new content on the channel. Okay, let's get into the reading. Hi, so this is a collective reading for Cancer. This is a self-reflection reading. So sometimes we all need a little bit of help knowing what we need to reflect on. We all have a little bit of a journey that we need to go through where we need to do a bit of soul searching. So this is just to help some of you Cancers out there that might be a little bit stuck on what you might need to release, what you might need to reflect on. Today is the 18th of May. Whenever it falls into your feed is when it should hopefully be relevant for yourself. It is likely to involve your past, present and your future because it is self-reflection healing reading. Okay. Now, because it is collective, it won't resonate with everybody. Take what resonates and leave what doesn't, and don't try and force it to fit. Okay. So, Spirit, can we get some cards for self-reflection for Cancer, please? Can we get some cards for the self-reflection journey for Cancer, please? Okay, so your overall energy is the Magician in the reverse, okay? So at the moment you might be feeling like a bit of things aren't really happening in your way, things aren't happening the way you want them to. You might be feeling a lack of confidence. Possibly you might be a bit shy. You might be feeling that other people seem to be having power over you. You know, he's got a little bit of a lack sometimes when it's the Magician in the reverse. Normally when he's in the upright, it's somebody that, you know, has got a lot of confidence, can make anything happen. But when he's in reverse, he's lacking that confidence. Okay, so this suggests that you are lacking a bit of confidence in yourself at the moment. Now, how does your self-talk, how is it hurting you, or how is your self-talk affecting you? We've got the Seven of Swords, and that is in reverse. Okay, so currently you are potentially telling yourself off. It might be that you're telling yourself that you need to put all your cards out on the table. You need to be fair, and that you need to potentially disclose certain things, possibly to yourself. Maybe you've been lying to yourself about something. Maybe you've been lying to others, but you haven't really worked out that actually you're doing it to yourself, and that you need to realise why is it you're doing that. You know, maybe you've been self-sabotaging yourself a little bit, and you need to, basically tell yourself, what are you doing, kind of thing. That can very well go in with this, feeling of a lack of confidence, because if you've done something and your confidence has been knocked, it could be that you're telling yourself you're not very confident, you're not very good at something, and this is telling you, you might be telling yourself that you're not, but in reality, you very well could be. Or it could be that, you need to stop thinking you're not confident, you're not good at something, because in all realities, it's just you telling yourself that, but you could very well be really good at something. You might be somebody that could be suffering from imposter syndrome, potentially. Now, what we've got in what are you hiding from yourself? Possible shame or fear. We've got the Death card. Now, that's not necessarily a bad thing. The Death card is just a card of transformation. Yes, it can mean endings, but I don't feel like it means death in this particular situation. I believe it is more to do with more like your ego, potentially, especially if you're feeling a bit low and a bit lacking in confidence. This could potentially be that something's happened that has caused you to feel that or has caused you to lose your confidence. Something's come to an end and it's caused you to lose your confidence, and you might be feeling a bit of shame about that, or you might be fearful that if you get that confidence you could look a bit arrogant, or you could look in a different light. So this just suggests to me that something has ended, or you're scared of something ended. You're scared of a bit of a change. You could be, or you could very well be ashamed of something changing. It could be that maybe somebody that's got loads of confidence, but you think actually they're an absolute arrogant pig. I don't like them, and you might be scared of coming across that way. It could be that you've had a lot of confidence in the past and something hasn't worked out, and you might be feeling a bit shameful from it. So you might be then thinking, oh, well, if I go back into having that confidence, is it going to work out? Is it not going to work out? And you could be, could be shamed, or you could be fearful of everything. Not everything, but with regards to, changing your mindset, changing how you're thinking. Now, what we do have, what can help you, we've got the Six of Cups in reverse. Now, the Six of Cups in the upright is something where it's about happy old memories. When it's in the reverse, it's suggesting that you potentially look at the past in a different light. So maybe you've had things where you're currently looking at it thinking, actually, this from the past has really, really hurt me. It happened and it was awful. This is suggesting actually look at it from a different light, different perspective. It might be something where you might look at potentially, if it's something that's happened at work, you might look at it as, if you lost a job, potentially you might be thinking, oh, that happened, it was really horrible. But if you shift your perspective, you could look at it going, okay, yeah, that happened, but then I got this, and this. It happens for a reason. You have lessons to learn from things ending. So if you've had something happen that has caused you to feel, panic, shame, fear over something ending again, this is suggesting look at what's happened in the past, look at why you're getting that fear and that shame, and put a new light on it. What has come from it? If it's a relationship, for instance, if you've ended a relationship and it's ended badly, you've then lacking confidence. It's suggesting, okay, well, look at the bits that you thought were really, really bad, or look at that relationship in general, where you thought that it was a particularly bad ending, but then look at it in a different light and think, okay, what lessons have I learned from that? It could be that you need to learn that lesson of self-confidence. Maybe it's something where you've had a lack of confidence for a while, and the relationship that you're coming out of could be, or that you've come out of, was supposed to teach you about your confidence. But you might not have seen that just yet. It could be any number of things. But this is suggesting that something from the past, some bad memory that you've got, even some good memory from that you might have, it's to relook at it, and look at it in a different way, look at it in a different perspective to what you would normally look at it as, because there's lots of different perspectives that you can view things from. It doesn't all have to be, yeah, I got dumped, it's bad. It could be, yeah, you got dumped, but then you met somebody so much better. Yeah, you got dumped, but then that person went into a load of debt and ended up going to jail. Yeah, and you were lucky that you got saved from that. Yeah, you got dumped. They might have found somebody else. They look like they're happy, but what you don't see is that they're the saddest person in the world, kind of thing. There's lots of ways of looking at it. It could be, you lost a job, but then that company went under. So actually, is it that bad? Because the last people that were working there didn't get their last wages, but you would have because you already lost the job. And you've had that time to move and find a new one. It could be a lot of different things. It's just twisting that perspective to be a more positive one. Now what you is in the position of what you need to release. We've got the Ten of Swords. Okay, so the Ten of Swords is an obsession, it is a block, it is sorrow, it is sadness. So something that's happened that is causing you all of this lack of confidence, something is that it's causing you to be sad as well. So the lack of confidence is driving you to potentially be a bit depressed. You know, if it is something where you're struggling to find a new perspective on what's happened and find the lighter side of it, then it could be you might want to potentially seek some help on trying to look at it in a new way. Maybe go and see a counsellor potentially, and help get a new perspective on it. But this is suggesting that you do need to release that. You do need to let go of whatever that worry or concern or sadness is. And what you need to embrace is the Wheel of Fortune, which is change. Okay, so you need to embrace that cycle's come to an end. You're going to go into it. You're going into a new cycle. You need to embrace that change. You need, because it's a good it's a good fortune card, the Wheel of Fortune, especially in the upright. So you just need to embrace that change. Okay. Now I'm going to get some clarification on these for you. Spirit, can we get some clarification on this Seven of Swords, please? Spirit, please clarify the Seven of Swords. Okay, so we've got the Sun card in the reverse. Okay, so whatever it is that you are trying to disclose to yourself, whatever you're hiding from yourself, it looks as though you're telling yourself you're not going to be happy. Okay, the Sun is the card of happiness, especially in the upright. Now, when it's in the reverse, it just means it's delayed happiness. But it looks as though you're possibly telling yourself that you might never be happy. Okay, that things have all fallen to pieces. You're never going to be happy, and that is just going to compound on this lack of confidence that you've got. Okay, so yeah, stop telling yourself you're never going to be happy. It's just that you're not happy at the minute. Okay, it doesn't mean you're never going to be happy. It just means that at this point in time, you might not be happy with the circumstances that you're currently in. I mean, the best thing I could potentially suggest for that is, whenever you're feeling really sad, think of 3 things that you're grateful for. Or, meditate. There's a lot of different outlooks or things that you could try to help improve that outlook, and help improve that it is knowing that the universe isn't saying that you're going to be sad forever. It is just remembering that things happen for a reason, whether you can see it or not. Things do happen for a reason. Okay, let's get some clarification on this Death card. So that's the 8 of Wands in reverse. Okay, so not only are you fearing things ending, but you're also fearing a potential lack of communication as well. Okay, so maybe you are, I mean, this could, I say the lack of communication, it could be that your intentions have gone awry. Things could have gone a bit stagnant. It's like whatever it is you're scared of ending, or you're ashamed has come to an end, or is going to end. It's like whatever's behind it has gone stagnant, and maybe you're ashamed of it going stagnant, and it needs to end, but you don't want it to end because you're scared of what's going to happen. It could be that if it was a relationship, it could have gone completely stagnant before it's ended, and you're just ashamed of how it went, because there wasn't, whether it was effort from you, effort from them, and you might be a bit fearful that it's going to repeat itself again in the future. Let's get some clarification on this Six of Cups. If it was a work thing, you know, it could be that the money may have dried up at work. You know, maybe there was a project that didn't quite go your way, and it just kind of made the job less enjoyable. And then you kind of, you know, it might have just, you might have been a bit ashamed of a project going a bit wrong, but it might not have been anything to do with you. And this is why it's saying look at it from a different perspective. If it's something like you've been at work and you've been doing a project, in that project you've had to present it to try and win a new client. You didn't win a new client, the company fell through. You know, you might be feeling shame from that. Obviously, that's going to be sound very specific to some people, but just go with me on this. This card is trying to tell you, stop being ashamed. It's not your fault. You know, it's the other company probably didn't like something or may have had something else going on. Or it could have very well have been that they changed their mind and they didn't want to collaborate at all, you know? So it's like shifting it so you don't blame yourself anymore, so that you stop feeling shame for whatever may have happened. Again, that Six of Cups is clarified by the Six of Cups. So it is literally, you know, literally taking a new perspective on what you're looking at. Now you do have repeating numbers here. You've got 6, 6 and 10, 10. So keep an eye out for those when you are out and about, because they are angel numbers, and it is them trying to give you a message to say you're on the right track. But yeah, so whatever it is that you've been going through, you know, you need to look at it from a different perspective, because whatever it is that has made you feel down, you need to look at it from a new light. You need to switch it up where you think, yeah, that was really bad. Or I mean, it could be that you might be looking at a past relationship thinking, yeah, that was so good, I miss that person, blah 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 blah. But you might be looking at maybe 2 or 3 occasions out of a 2-year relationship and thinking that those 2 or 3 occasions make up for all of the bad time. You know, it could be any number of things like that. You might be looking at something thinking that something was amazing, but in reality, no, it wasn't. You know, or it could be that you're looking at something being really negative and bad, but in reality, it was good for you. So it is literally just looking at something, whatever it is that's making you feel a bit depressed, whatever it is that you've got that's niggling at you in the back of your head, that's telling you, you know, you're never going to be happy again. You need to be with this person, in this job, with this family, in this situation to be happy. Why? You know, what was so good about it? And then look at it, but what happened afterwards? What happened before it? You know, what happened around those happy memories? And really analyze it, or you know, what happened around those negative memories, and have a proper think about it. Okay, now your 10 of Swords is clarified by the 5 of Wands. So your 10 of Swords, so that sorrow, that burden that you're putting down, or that you need to release, is some sort of fight, you know, a heated exchange, some sort of strife, a challenge, a protest, whatever it is. I mean, here you've got 2 people, they're playing tug of war, so this could potentially be an inner battle that you're fighting, or it could be that maybe it is a relationship that's come to an end after a massive argument and you're feeling ashamed of it. But actually, if you were to look back at it, was it your fault? Is it because of the argument that you ended, or is it because of everything else in the relationship? Because looking at this 8 of Wands, something had gone stagnant. You know, something wasn't moving anywhere. Something was stuck. I mean, this could very well be you being stuck in this sorrowful mood, you know, and arguing with yourself. But it would suggest that something that you may have fought over, or you might be fighting with somebody about. You need to release it, okay? You need to look at whatever it was with a different perspective and release it. Can we get some clarification on this Wheel of Fortune as well, please, Spirit? Okay, so we've got the World card, and the World card is an ending, okay? It is when the chapter closes and it comes to an end. So you need to embrace the change, you need to embrace the ending. Whatever it is that's happened, you need to embrace it, you need to learn your lessons from it, and you need to let it happen and embrace and move forward, okay? You need to let yourself have that new start. The World card is at the end of the tarot. It's literally the end of the journey. It doesn't necessarily mean that that's it, you know. It's just the end of a chapter. So if it's a relationship that's ended, embrace that it's ended, start something new, okay? If it's a job that's ended, embrace that that job has ended. It's good for you that it's ended, and start something new. It is literally, this is where you've embraced coming to the end of something and learning those lessons. So that's what it's telling you, to look at things in the past, look at it differently so that you can learn those lessons, have that change and move on and end it. Okay, so I'm going to pull you some Moonology cards as well to see if there's any more messages that Spirit wants to give. And then I'm going to pull Kitchen Witch Oracle as well for you. Okay, so we've got a new start is coming, okay? That's just confirming that World card. A win-win outcome is forecast, which is that Wheel of Fortune, okay? You are going to get something good. It's time to have that karmic. It's time to release negativity. Nothing will come of this situation, okay? And it is a time to give rather than to take. So that would all suggest to me that you need to start giving yourself some self-love. Whatever you were giving into that situation, give it to yourself, okay? Start putting yourself first. Start realizing what it is you want, what you need. And like I say, look at something in a different perspective. You know, look at whatever it is that's triggering you to feel sad and look at it from a different perspective. Look at it from several different perspectives. There's more than one way of looking at things. Okay, Spirit, can we get Kitchen Witch Oracle as well to help? Now, these are generally herbs. It is generally the message that is on the cards. Sometimes it might tell you to eat it, drink it, rub it on you. It's up to you if you choose to do that. Obviously not condoning anything you might be allergic to or poisonous. So do whatever you want. It's your choice. You've all got free will. Okay, Spirit, please give us a Kitchen Witch Oracle card. Okay, so we've got cloves. Okay, and that is gossip. So let's have a look, see what that one means. So, whispers behind your back or a hushed silence when you enter a room indicates that you are the topic of conversation. While there's no harm in having a good old chinwag with friends, bad-mouthing someone's private business should be avoided. You're no stranger to juicy gossip yourself. He said this is He said this and she said that is just a tittle-tattle. My antibacterial properties are powerful enough to wash any gossip monger's mouth out. If you're feeling a lack of confidence because people are gossiping about you, give them some cloves. Be watchful of who you share intimate details with and play your cards close to your chest at this time. It's vital to keep your reputation in high regard, and so I will assist in purifying and raising your vibration and protect you from any smear campaigns. Burn me to stop any gossip that is affecting you right now, or push me into a red candle to burn in order to prevent and protect you from any slander. Okay, so yeah. If you are feeling a lack of confidence because of gossip that's going on, ignore it. It just means that they're not satisfied with their own lives and they've got to talk about everyone else's. It's quite sad, actually, how many people gossip. It's, yeah, it's really sad. Just means they've got nothing better to get on with. Okay, well, I hope that's helped some of you Cancers out there. Good luck on your self-reflection. I hope you wish you every luck. I don't even know what the word is. I've completely gone blank. But yeah, I'm sending you lots of love because clearly some of you out there are in need of some. So yeah, good luck, and I wish you every success on your healing journey, and thank you for joining me.